What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match, and Barcelona beat Almeria by 2-0 at the Spotify Camp Nou, and it was a very emotional ending, of course, and a very emotional match as well. But we walk away with the 3 important points, putting us temporarily top of La Liga. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen right now. It was Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Alejandro Balde, Pique, Marcos Alonso, Jordi Alba, midfield 3 of Busquets, Jong, and Pedri, and a front 3 of Ousmane, Dembele, Robert Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres. And Xavi did use 4 substitutions in this match. He brought on Raphinha, Ansu Fati, Gavi, and Andreas Christensen. The first goal in this match was scored by Ousmane Dembele. It was excellent defending down the left-hand side from Alejandro Balde, finds Busquets, and Busquets pings a beautiful 30-40 yard pass to Ousmane Dembele. He's wide open, he attacks the defense, he's running, cuts inside, pass 1, pass 2, tucks it into the bottom left-hand corner, and gives Barcelona the lead. The second goal was scored by Frenkie de Jong, and again, it was great build-up from Barcelona. The ball's down the left-hand side with Jordi Alba. He crosses it in, Ansu Fati stays onside, hits it at Fernando, the goalkeeper, and he makes a great save, but on the rebound, Frenkie de Jong is there, absolutely leathers it into the back of the net, and gives Barcelona the 2-goal lead. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm going to be giving it a very solid 8 out of 10. I think Barcelona played really well. The big story of this match, of course, is Barcelona not scoring their chances, but we did make a lot. First half, pure domination. There was, of course, a beautiful save from Ter Stegen, and that was the only thing he did this entire match, but it was just Barcelona penetration. I also think we pressed very well today as well. We had a good intensity. We built the ball up. I think the possession was in Barcelona's favor beyond belief. Honestly, it was a walk in the park. It was very, very clear that Almeria were definitely a newly promoted side. So walk in the park with Barcelona. The only criticism I really have is we could have scored more goals. Again, I'm talking about like clear-cut chances that we missed. Ferran Torres, Lewandowski penalty, Ansu Fati, so many clear-cut. This game I think should have been at least 4-0. I'm considering that generous. I think easily could have been 5-0, but at the bare minimum should have been 4-0. But again, we played well. And now I just want to see us play like this against the big teams. Again, against little teams, we always see this happen. But I want to see this against the big teams. That's why I know what this team is capable of, but I don't see it in those big moments. But today, they came out there on a very, very special night and put in a good performance. And for me, the team rating tonight will be getting an 8 out of 10. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. So of course, with goalkeeper Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. And for me, Ter Stegen gets a very, very strong 7 out of 10. You could say an 8 for that great save, but apart from that save, he had nothing to do. I think he collected 1 corner kick, 1 cross. His pass out from the back was very good. He did misplace 1 in the first half. He had a beautiful throw in the second half as well. But that clear chance at the beginning of the game for Almeria, they were 1-on-1. Ter Stegen makes a world-class save. If that goes in, we're talking maybe a draw. Of course, maybe we could have won the match, but it would have made things 1,000 times more difficult. But Ter Stegen pulled up in the big moment, and again, another clean sheet. 11 clean sheets from 13 games in La Liga this season. Absolutely ridiculous. He gets a 7 out of 10. Now for the center backs in front of him, of course, firstly, and for the final time, Gerard Pique. I will give Pique tonight a 7 out of 10. He made, I think, like 1 foul. That's pretty much it. I wish he took the penalty, man. I don't know why he didn't. He said no. Lewandowski did his job, offered to him, but Pique said no, so fair enough. But yeah, I think he played very, very well. He was very strong in the air today. Passing off from the back was very good. He was pinging a lot of diagonals to Jordi Alba and Ferran Torres throughout the whole entire match. Again, I think he only gave away maybe 2 fouls in this match, so had a good game to end off his career, and I'm, of course, repping the PK shirt. And I will give him a 7 out of 10, alongside his partner on the left-hand side, Marcos Alonso. I think Marcos Alonso was really adapting well in that center-back position. I'll give him 7 out of 10 as well. Very similar to PK, he only gave away a few fouls. I don't even think Alonso gave a foul, actually. I can't remember, but passing off from the back was very good. Aerial duels were very strong as well. Didn't put a foot wrong, but, of course, I'm not going to give him an 8 or a 9 because I want to see, a team going, a stronger team, trying to go out of defense more. Maybe he scored a goal and assist, I could have bring it up. But against Almeria, a team like them, I think Alonso played well, and I will give him a 7 out of 10. Into the fullbacks now. We'll start off with Jordi Alba in the left back position, and for me, he'll be getting a 7 out of 10. I think Jordi Alba played very, very well. My only criticism of him is when those balls are coming in, the 1-2s from Busquets, Lewandowski, Ferran, those balls over the top where he has to cross it back in that aspect today, he was dreadful. I mean, I can't remember like, I can't even remember 2 crosses that he put in today that were in a dangerous position. He always got in the right position, but couldn't put the ball in right. I think other than that, he was great going forward, defending, connection play with Ferran Torres, and also Frenkie de Jong on the left-hand side was very, very good. And again, I've said this 1,000 times, I'll say it again. Jordi Alba against the lower teams, especially at home, can still do a job. It's against those bigger teams where he's finito, he's finished. But tonight, put in a good shift, work on his crossing. I think hopefully in the final third, it could have been an 8 performance for sure. But I will give him tonight a 7 out of 10. But an 8 that I will be giving out today is for Alejandro Balde at right back. He gets an 8 out of 10. Joan Laporta, give this man a renewal ASAP before we lose him. He might be our best right back and our best left back in the team right now. This kid is unbelievable. In the first half, he was putting in crosses as the right back. On his weaker foot, they were pinpoint perfection on Lewandowski, for Ferran. There was one cross back to Ousmane Dembele and Frenkie de Jong and Pedri at the top of the box. His crossing tonight on his weaker foot was brilliant, and defending as well. Of course, his defensive action did cause the first goal as well. I think near the end of the match, he had a few bad touches, gave away a few throw-ins, but other than that, my God, this kid is unbelievable. Joan Laporta, Mateo Alemán, Jordi Cruyff, Rafael Uste, get his renewal done ASAP. Again, another strong performance from Balde tonight. He'll be getting an 8 out of 10 from me, and my man of the match as well. Into the midfield now, we'll start with Busquets in the pivot position. Of course, the captain, but gave the arm back to Pique. Thank God for that. I tweeted that before the game. I'm so happy he did it. I will be giving Busquets tonight a 7 out of 10. Overall, played a good game. I think in the first half, he was a bit slow, give the ball away a few times, but he did press in that first half, to be fair to him, so I'll give him credit. Second half, we were in cruise control, so he was just spraying balls left, right, and center, and he only played, I think, around an hour or so. He put in the shift today. A typical performance from Busquets. I really don't have no complaints, of course, besides those misplaced passes in the first half. So I will give him a 7 out of 10. Now in the midfield, the first on the right-hand side, in the right interior, it was, of course, Pedri. I will give Pedri a 7 out of 10. Again, similar to Busquets, typical Pedri performance. Played well. I remember there's one beautiful turn in the first half. His diagonal passes are getting stronger and stronger. When he's in the right-hand side, he'll on his left foot and just bend it to Jordi Alba. When he's on the left side, he'll on his right foot, just bend it to Alejandro Balde. He's been doing superb at that. And again, he wasn't really as involved as you expect from Pedri, but I think he played well. Typical Pedri performance. I will give him a very strong 7 out of 10. And finally, on the left-hand side, the player the left interior was, of course, Frenkie de Jong. And for me, Frenkie will be getting a 7 out of 10. This might be a bit controversial because, of course, Frenkie did get the man of the match from La Liga. Definitely the best midfielder out of him and Busquets and Pedri. But that first 25 minutes, half an hour from Frenkie was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. The man put in a stinker. But then, flip the switch. He played so well in the second half. He was driving so much forward. He got a shot on target. He's doing step overs all of a sudden in the box. I'm thinking, what the bloody hell's going on? Of course, scored a goal as well. But mainly, when Busquets went off, he went to the pivot. He would get the ball from like Christensen. I think it was like near the end of the match. He just ran all the way to the box. What a player. What a player. But again, that first half an hour, he was stinky. He could have gotten a yellow card. He's giving away challenges, misplacing passes. And he also did misplace the pass that gave Almeria the chance that, of course, they're saying he pulled out that world-class save. So, a bit of an up and down performance from him. If I'm going to rate him, I'd say second half was definitely an 8. First half was a 5. So, I will give him in the middle a 7 out of 10. Into the forwards now. We'll start with Ousmane Dembele at the right wing position. And then today gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I would say his performance is probably a 6. But with the goal, I will bump him up to a 7. Look, that first half, he was a bit ropey. His crosses, he would see the cross, knows where to put it, but his pass would be like 10 meters short. It was really, really annoying. And again, wasn't taking any shots. He had missed that freaking header from 1 yard out on an open net, headed it right towards the keeper. But in the second half, we saw the individual brilliance from Dembele that pretty much secures the 3 points. So I will give him overall a 7 out of 10. At striker, of course, it was RL9, Robert Lewandowski, and I will give Lewandowski tonight an average 6 out of 10. Got involved a bit, of course, missed the penalties. You gotta give him marks down for that. Our first penalty of the season, and we miss it. Who would have thought? But I think again had a good game, connected very well. But the most important thing is today that for Lewandowski is that he did his role. Xavi deployed him as a striker, but he's occupying the spaces of the wingers to give them Boost and Ferran more space down those right and left hand channels. So he was drifting a lot deep, attracting those defenders from the 5 at the back from the defensive team on the other side, of course. So I think in his job today he played well, but again in terms of numbers numbers-wise and performance, I think it was pretty much average for Lewandowski. So I think I'll give him a very, very fair, I would say, 6 out of 10. And finally, the left wing, it was, of course, Ferran Torres. I will also give Ferran a 6 out of 10. With Ferran, same story, typical story. Everything building up to the final third, he played well. His connection play with Jordi Alba and Frenkie de Jong on the left-hand side was good. He was making space, creating chances, just in the box. He was dead today. And when he got subbed off, he punched the chair. I get it, but it's your own doing. Ferran should have had a brace. Bare minimum should have had a brace. You could say bare minimum a goal, but I would say he should have bare minimum had a brace today. His decision making in the final third in the box today was poor, but everything else in the build-up was fine. That's the story of Ferran basically this whole entire season. He's had a good few weeks, but now we're seeing the old Ferran again. He needs to be, just make those right decisions when you have to cross it or sweat it or cross it. When you have to shoot it, he always flips it around, which is a bit annoying. But again, I think he played well and hopefully he will grow in that position. And I will give Ferran Torres tonight a 6 out of 10. Now for the substitutions, the subs were Ansu Fati, Raphinha, Pablo Gavi, and Andreas Christensen. I will give them all a 6 out of 10. Firstly, Christensen came on. I don't even think he touched the ball. Average 6. Gavi came on, did well, controlled the midfield, attracted a few fouls, give him a 6. Raphinha was a bit poor, but I will give him a 6 just because I'm feeling generous. And Ansu Fati as well got involved. Of course, scored a goal that was offside. He almost created a few chances as well. Give him an average 6 as well. Really, the subs tonight didn't really have any impact on the game, but they all came in for freshness and just to provide rotation for the squad. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Xavi Hernandez. I will give Xavi tonight an 8 out of 10. 3 points, 2 goals, clean sheet, good lineup, good subs. Can't really fault him. I think where he loses points is firstly, where's that 5th sub? We have a strong squad for a reason. You could have gave Pablo Torres some minutes for Pedri. You could have maybe brought on Casado, give him a few minutes for Jordi Alba. So many options. Maybe Bellerin, give him a few minutes as well. When you have a big squad like we do, we have a lot of games coming up, World Cup. I think it's important he uses those 5 subs, especially against a lower team like we did face today. Secondly, I wouldn't say we dominated the game. There were a bit, ropey moments here and there. It wasn't champagne, Xavi ball in full effect like we've seen so far this season. But nonetheless, got the result, gave Pique a send-off, everything went. So that was a match review for Barcelona versus Almeria in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing, of course, I want to know firstly your thoughts on the performance, your manager ratings, and your player ratings as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Forza Pique, take care, and Forza Barca.